Hi guys, I'm back today. I'm going to read 1 Samuel 26 to 31, 2 Samuel 1 to 3, Proverbs 26, and Psalm 4. Let's start. And as his friends came to Saul, Gibeah, saying, "Is not David hiding himself in the hill of Hachilah, which is on the east of Jeshurun?" And Saul arose and went down to the woods of Ziph, with 3,000 children men, to seek David in the woods of Ziph. And Saul encamped on the hill of Hachilah, which is beside the road on the east of Jeshurun. And David remained in the woods, and he saw that Saul came after him and took him on, and stood to his house, and then Saul in decal. And David rose and came to a place where Saul came. David saw a place of Saul, with even a son now commanded the army. And Saul was lying within the camp, while the army was encamped around him. And David said to him of the Hittite and to Joab's brother, Abishai the son of Zeruiah, who go down with me into the camp to Saul. And Abishai said, I'll go down with you. The David and Abishai went to the army by night, and there they saw Saul within the camp with the spear stuck in the ground. With his spear stuck in his hand, and aim his army way around it. And Abishai said to David, God has given you a major hand this day. And please let me pound you, that will not strike the spear, I'll not strike twice. And David said to Abishai, do not strike, for who can put out his hand against the Lord's anointed and be guiltless? And David says, the Lord strike him, or they will come to die, or he'll go down and devour and perish. And the Lord forbid I should bow my hand against the Lord's anointed, but take out the spear and let out his hand in the jar wood, and let us go. And so David took the spear and the jar wood from Saul's hand, and went away. No man saw on you, nor did any awake. They were all slain, because the deeds of everyone lied fallen upon them. And they went over to the other side and stood far from the top of the hill. And the priest used to David called out of the army to aim us on the saying, will you not answer Amen? Amen. So who are you that calls to king? And David said to Amen, are you not a man who is like in his own way, and have not kept watch over your Lord the king? For the people came in to destroy the king of your Lord. If distinctly you does not as the Lord that you deserve today, because you not kept watch over your Lord. Lord's anointed. Now see what the king considers and the jar was of his hand. So I recognize David this day. So notice your voice, my son David. And David said, it's my voice, my Lord the king. He said, I just my Lord to see after sin. No, what have I done? And I write down what evils on my hands, so therefore let my Lord the king hear the words of son. It is the Lord who stirred up and stirred you up against me. And you set the offering against the man, and let him be cast off the law. They drove me out the state, showing no shame, and the heritage of the Lord, saying, go so that there was none, therefore let not my blood fall to the earth away from the presence of the Lord, for the king is to come out to seek a single thing like one who hunts a partridge in the mountains. And this lost I sin in return, my son David, for no more do you harm. It's a life of passion in your eyes this day. However, I have acted foolishly and made you a great mistake. And David answered, yes, speak, and I want you to come and take the Lord rewards every man for his righteousness and his faithfulness. The Lord give into my hand today, I will not put out his hand against the Lord's anointed. Behold, as your life was precious this day, my sister, so may my life be precious inside the Lord. And he may deliver me out of all tribulation. And Saul said to David, bless you, my son David, you'll do many things, all will succeed in that. And David went his way, and Saul returned to his place. And David said in his heart, now I shall perish one day by the hand of Saul. There is nothing better for me than that I should escape to land the Philistines. And Saul dare seeking me any longer within the walls of Israel, and I shall escape out of the tent. So David rose and went over, he and the 600 men, and with him to a chief son of Malcolm, Gath. And David lived with a chief Gath, he and his men, every man to household. And David with his 2 wives, Ahinoam and Jezebel, and Abigail Carmel. And they was with Annas told Saul that David fled to Gath, he no longer saw it. And David said to the chief, if I found favor in your eyes, let a place be given me in one of the rock country towns. I may dwell there, for I should set him down on the royal seat with you. And David chief scheme with Ziklag, therefore Ziklag has belonged to the kings and Judah to stand them on. Now the days of David lived in the country of the Philistines, where Z and 4 months, and David's men were not made raise against the Geshurites, the Gerzites, and the Amalekites. And these inhabitants the land from Baal as far as to land Egypt. David would strike the land and leave neither man or woman alive, would take away the sheepdogs and donkeys and cows, and the garments come back to a chief. When the chiefs asked, where have you made a raid to Judah? He would say, against the Negro of Judah, or against the Negro of the Jeremielites, or against the Negro of the Kenites. And Judah would leave neither man or born alive to bring news to Gath, saying, thinking lest they should tell about it, saying, so David has done. Such was the custom, and all the while he lived in the country of the Philistines. And the chiefs trusted David, thinking he has made himself an utter stench to his people Israel. Therefore he shall always be my son. In those days the Philistines go therefore to fight against Israel. And the chief said to David, understand that you and your men are to go with me now. And the chief David said to Pharaoh, well, you shall know that your son can do. She said to David, I'll make you my bodyguard for life. And some had died, and all was a man for them, buried him in his own city. And Saul put the meters and necromancers out of the land. The Philistines came and summoned and came to Shur. And Saul got the orders, and they came to Gilboa. And Saul saw the army of the Philistines, he was afraid. And Saul tried to go there. Saul cried, Lord, not against him, either by dreams or by your own prophets. And Saul said to his son, seek out for me a woman who has a medium married, go to her and inquire for her. And his son said to him, there's a woman and dogs. So Saul disguised himself and put on other garments and went 2 men with him. They came to the woman by night. And he said, divine for me by a spirit, and bring out for me whoever I shall name to you. The woman said to him, surely if you know what Saul has done. And he's cut off the mediums and necromancers who was killed in the land. Why did I lay a trap for my life to bring about my death? And I swore to her by the law. There's no passion shall come upon you for this. And the Lord said, whom shall I bring up for you? He said, bring up Samuel for me. And the Lord said, Samuel should cry with a loud voice. And the woman said to Saul, I read to see you. Saul the king said to her, therefore, what do you see? And the woman said to Saul, and she is one coming up out of the earth. He said to the Lord and his parents. He said, an old man's coming, he's wrapped in a rug. And Saul knew that was Samuel, and he bowed the face to the ground, paid homage. And Samuel said to Saul, why have you disturbed me by bringing me up? Saul answered, I'm in great distress, and the Philistines are warring against me. And God has turned away from me, and this is me no more. 8 of my flocks of my chase. Therefore I have summoned you to tell me what I shall do. And Samuel said, why then do you ask? And he said, let us turn from me and command me. And the Lord has done to spoke by me, for the Lord has torn the kingdom out of your hand, and given it to the name of David. So because you do not read the voice of the Lord, you don't carry his face wrath against a man like that. Therefore the Lord is not listening to you this day, and more will the Lord give Israel and Israel with you into hand of the Philistines. And tomorrow you and your son shall be with him. The Lord give the army of Israel into hand of the Philistines. And so far once fall back to the ground. They all today because the Lord sent me. There's no strength in need nothing one day. And my one came to son, she saw that he was terrified. He said to him, behold, son is a baby. I take my life in my hand, and I can bless 20 such a for in your obey your servant, and I may sell most of bread for you and eat that you may strengthen you go in your way. He refuses out not you. And so heareth the words, and he listened to it. And he rose in the earth in silence. And the woman had found calf in the house, and she quickly lifted it, and she took flat and baked unleavened bread of it. And she put it before Saul and his sons. And they rose and went away that night, and the Philistines gathered the force after. His last one kept us relationship. His Lord's Philistines were passing by 100 by thousands, and those were passing on in the road with the chiefs. He commanded the Philistines, what these and said, what is he was doing here? And the chief said to command the Philistines, is this not there? So Saul king said, it has been with me. It has been with me now for days and years. Since it said to me, I found I fallen him to stay. But the commanders of the Philistines were angry with them. The commanders of the Philistines said to him, son of man, make me return to the place to which you have assigned me. And you shall not go down thrust about lest any worry upon adversities. How could this man reconcile himself to his Lord? Would it not be with the heads of men here? Is not the state with whom you sing to one another in dance? So struck down thousands and David's 10,000s. And she called David and said to him, my soul as you been honest, to me it seems right, you should march out and remember the king. I found nothing wrong in you the other day, you come to me this day. Nevertheless, the Lord still not pray for you. You go back now and go to so you may not disgrace the Lord of the and David said to the chief, what have I done? Where do you find yourself from there unto yourself to now? I have not gone fight against the enemies of my Lord the king. The chief answered David and said, I know that you are as blameless and sorry as an angel, but nevertheless commands of the Philistines, you shall go to vow, and then rise within the Lord of the servants of your Lord king with you and start early in the morning and depart as soon as you apply. And David started with men early in the morning to return to the Philistines. The Philistines went to Jezreel. David and his men came to Ziklag, and on the day the Amalekites had made ready against Negev. In Ziklag, here comes Ziklag by the fire, and taking up to the woman all who were in it. I saw a great kill down, but carried them off along the way. And David and his men came to Snoop, found it bound fire, and his wives and sons were taken captive. And David and the people with whom raised their voices and wept, until they had no more strength to weep. And David's 2 wives had been taken captive, and he and Joseph and the other widow Nabal come. And David was greatly distressed, for the people spake staring at him, because all the people obeyed and saw. Each of his sons knows David strength himself in the Lord's God. And David said to Abiathar the priest, son of Ahimelech, bring me the ephod. So Abiathar brought the ephod to David, and David cried aloud, shall I pursue after this man? Shall I overtake the answer for him? Pursue, if he shall overtake, he shall surely rescue. So David sat and 600 men who were with him, and he came to a brook vessel where David had left behind stay. And David pursued him 2,000 men. He and 400 men, 300 stayed behind, who were too exhausted to cross the brook vessel. They found an Egyptian that began to brought him to David, and they gave him bread and he gave him water to drink, and they gave him a piece of cake for figs and 2 clusters of raisins, and he had eaten his spirit of life. He had not eaten bread or drunk water for 3 days and 3 nights. And David said to him, and do you belong? Where are you from? He said, I am a young man at each so turned my master left me behind because he fell sick 3 days ago. And he had made a raid against the Negev of the Cherethites, and against that which belongs to Judah, against the Negev of Caleb. And he burns Ziklag with fire. And David said to him, will you take me down to his bed? And he said, swear to me by God that you will not kill me or deliver me into hands. He said, my master, I'll take you down to his bed. And he had taken him down behold, the sword abroad over all the land, eating and drinking and dancing. And all the great sword that they had taken from the land, the Philistines from the land of Judah. And David struck them down from twilight until the evening of the next day. And no man escaped, except 400 young men who mounted comers of fire. David covered all the Amalekites had taken. David rescued his 2 wives, and the missing with small great sons of dogs, spoiled anything that had been taken. David brought back all. David was to capture all the flocks and herds, and he would the livestock before. They said, this is David's spoil. And David came to 200 men who had been too exhausted to follow David, and who had been left at the brook vessel. They went to meet David and to meet the Hebrew with it. And David came near to Hebrew great. Now the wicked worth 1,000 among the men who had gone with David said, because they did not go with us, we will not give them a sword that we would carry, so that each man may lead away his wife and his son. And then the part David said, she will not do so, my brothers, with what the Lord has given us. He has preserved and given to him the band that came against us. Who would listen to this mouth? And as his share goes down into the mouth, so shall share be stays by the baggage, and they shall show light. He made a statue and rule for Israel from that day forward to this day. And David came to Ziklag, sent part of the sword to his friends, that was a Jew, saying, here is a present for you from the sword that enemies the Lord. And so those in Bethlehem, Ramoth and Negev, and Judea, and Aram, and Sifmoth, and Eshtamoth, in Racal, the seas and Jeremiah, the seas of Kenites, and Hormah, and Borashah, and Athak, and Hebron, and all the place of David's men and road. And the Philistines fighting against the men of Israel fled for the first, and fell slain on Mount Gilgal. And the Philistines overtook Saul and his sons, and the Philistines struck down Jonathan and Abinadab and Malchishua. Since the battle burst hot against Saul, the archers banner, and he was badly wounded by the archers. And Saul said to his arm bearer, draw your sword. And thus me through, lest these uncircumcised come and thus me through him mystery. His arm bearer would not fear greatly. And therefore Saul took his own sword, fell upon it, and his arm bearer saw that Saul was dead. And he also fell upon his own sword and died with him. And Saul died, and his 3 sons, and his arm bearer and all his men on the same day together. And the men of Israel on the other side of the valley, and those beyond the Jordan. And I saw that the men of Israel had fled, and that Saul and his sons were dead. He abandoned their cities and fled, and the Philistines came and lived in them. The next day, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, they found Saul and his 3 sons fallen on Mount Gilboa. And they cut off his head and stripped off his armor and sent messengers throughout the land of the Philistines to carry the good news to house to the people. They put his armor in the temple of Ashtaroth, and they fastened his body to a wall of Bethshan. The inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead heard what the Philistines had, so all the valiant men arose and went all night and took the place on the bodies of sons from wall of Bethshan. They came to Jabesh and buried them there. And they took their bones and buried them under a tamarisk tree, and Jabesh fasted 7 days. 2 Samuel 1 to 3. And after the death of Saul, and David returned from striking down the Amalekites, David remained 2 days in Ziklag. And the 3rd day, behold, a man came from Saul's camp, his clothes torn and dirt on his hair. And he came to David, he fell to the ground and paid homage. They said to him, where do you come from? He said to him, I have escaped from the camp. And David said, how did it go? Tell me. And he said, people fled from the battle, and there are so many people fallen or dead. And Saul and son Jonathan are also dead. And David said to the young man, told him, how do you know that Saul and son Jonathan are dead? And the young man who told him said, I chanced to happen to be on Mount Gilboa, and there Saul leaning on a spear. And he held a chariots and horsemen close upon it, and he looked behind it. He saw me and called me, and I said, here I am. He said to me, who are you? And I said, I'm in Malachi. And he said to me, stand beside me and kill me, for anguish seized me, yet my life still lingers. So stood beside me and killed him, for I was sure that he could not live after he fallen. And I took the crown of his head and the armor that was on his arm, and I brought him here to my Lord. And David took hold of his clothes and told them to say to all the men who were with it, and went away and fasted till evening for Saul and Jonathan and stuff the people for the house of Israel, because they had fallen in the wrath of Saul on the sword. And David said to the young man, for the young man, and told him, where do you come from? And he answered, I am the son of C.Jun and Malachi. David said to him, how is it you are not afraid to put out your hand to destroy the Lord's anointed? And David called one of the young men and said, great executioner. He struck him down to the and David said to him, your blood be on your head, for your own mouth has testified against saying, I have killed the Lord's anointed. And David lamented this lamentation over Saul and Jonathan's son, and said that it should be told to people, Jew, behold, it is written in the book of Joshua, he said, the glory is slain on their high place, how the mighty fall and tell none God. I've seen on the streets of Ashkelon, let the doors of the Philistines rejoice, let the doors of the uncircumcised exult. And Madison and Gilboa, let there be no jewel rain upon you, no fields and offerings. Let the dead show their might for the shield, so no anointed with for the blood of the from the power of the mighty. And then both Jonathan turned not back, the sword returned not empty. Saul and Jonathan, beloved and lovely, and life and death are not divided. His swift and eagles are stronger than lions. The doors of Israel weep over Saul, who clothes luxuriously in sky, put on the collar on your apparel. And now the mighty form that must do about Jonathan lies slain in high places. I am just you, my brother Jonathan, you are very pleasant you've been to. Your love to me was extraordinary, surpassing the love of one. How the mighty form that weapons will perish. After this David inquired the Lord, then shall I go into C.Jun? And the Lord said to him, go. So David said, which he said to Hebron. So David went up there, and his 2 wives were saying, he knew in Joshua and Jerusalem. And Abigail the widow of Nabal would come. And David brought up the men who were with him, everyone was household. Everyone was household, and lived in the towns of Hebron, and the men of Judah, and they anointed the king of the house of Judah. And they told David, the men of Jabesh Gilead who buried Saul. They sent messages to the men of Jabesh Gilead, and said to him, may be blessed by the Lord, because surely this Lord is Saul your Lord and buried him. And the Lord shall still restore the faithfulness to you. And I will do good to you, because your hands be strong, and be valiant. For Saul your Lord is dead, and the house of Judah is none of the king over them. Even the son of coming to Saul's army took Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and brought him over to Mahanaim, and made him king over Gilead, and Asher, and Jezreel, and Ephraim, and Benjamin. And it was Ishbosheth's son, 40 years old, and he began to reign over Israel. He reigned 2 years of the house of Judah for David. And at the time that David was king of Hebron, over the house of Judah 7 years and 6 months. Even his son and sons of Ishbosheth's son saw one of them named Gibeah. And Joab's sons and sons David went out and met them at the pool Gibeah. He sat down one on the one side of the pool, the other on the other side of the pool. And Abner said to Joab, let the young men arise and compete before us. And Joab said, let them arise. And they arose and passed away by number. 12 of Benjamin, Ishbosheth's son saw him, and 12 of his sons of David. Each called his opponent by the head and thrust him sword and passed him. So they fell down together. Therefore left the Philistines called Helkath-hazar, which is a Gibeah, and the battles were fierce that day. Abner's men and Israel's began before the sons of David. And the 3 sons of Judah, Joab, Abishai, and Asahel. Asahel was swiftest for his wild gazelle. And it was to help see Abner. This is why he turned near to run onto them for following Abner. Abner looked behind and said, Asahel. And he said, Abner said to him, do I side to your right hand or to your left? And as he's one of you, and takes the blow. Asahel will not turn aside for following him. Abner said again to Asahel, turn aside for following him. Why should I strike you to the How then could I lift up my face to your brother Joab? And you reached to the other side, and I followed Joab. Abner struck him the stomach with the butt of his spear. His spear came out of his back, and he fell down and died. And he was no one came to place where himself and died in his sister. And Joab was pursuing, and someone was going and came to him with Amma. His eyes were foggy on the way to the wilderness of Gibeah. And the Hebrew men gathered themselves together behind Abner, and one going to the stand of the hill. Abner called to Joash, and sword to fire forever. You do not know that I will good. How will it be before you tell your people to stand for the pursuit of others? And Joab says, God lives, you do not speak. Surely I will not go and pursue the birds until the morning. So Joab blew trumpet. And all the men stopped and pursued his men, and no one did fight anymore. So Abner and his men went all that night with Arabah, and crossed the Jordan, marching the whole morning to Mahanaim. Joab returned from the pursuit of Abner, and they gathered all the people together. Missing from David's sons, 19 men besides Asahel. Sons of David struck down Baron and Jane, 360 Abner's men. They took Asahel and buried him in the tomb of Saul, which at Bethlehem. And Joab's men marched on and daybreak upon my Hebron. Proverbs 26. Like silence on the rain house, the honest not faint for like sparrows fly, like swallows fly. Because this cause does a lie away for the horse and breath without give rough for the back force. And it's not full corn to fly, so he be like himself. And it's a full corn to fly, as he be wise and sinners. And sends a message by the hand of full cuts his own feet and injects flies. Like a layman's legs with chain useless and probably the mouth force. People like only by the stone and sling is the one that goes on to fall. Like the one that goes into hand of drunk is probably the mouth force. Like an archer wins everyone's when he passing full of drunkard. Like a dog there attempts to vomit is a fool repeats fly. Do you see a man who's wise in his earnest? There's more hurt for a fool than him. And the slugger says there's a lion on the road, there's a lion in the streets. And as the door turns on its hinges, says there's a slugger on his back. The record bears his hands to do, she wears him out to bring him back to his mouth. The slugger's wise in earnest and simple, and sounds play. Whoever meddles in the quarrel on the side is like one who takes a passing dog by the ears. Like a man managed to his fire burns arrows and death, as a man deceives his neighbor and says, I'm only joking. For lack of wood, the fire goes out, and where there's no wish for a calling sees. A shark got to home is a wood to fire, so it's quarrelsome man for king and strife. No, where to whisper like to wish lost the good and to God's away. And like a blade covering the earth, myself further less than evil heart. Whoever hates great stuff with less, and hearts the sea in his heart, who speaks graciously, but lead him not. There are 7 abominations in his heart, those hate should be covered with deception, and his wickedness will be exposed in the Sunday. Whoever does people fall into it, and someone come back on him, he starts from. And lying tongue hates his victim, and his inner fighting mouth works for him. Psalm 4. Enter and I call a good of my righteousness. You give me relief from stress and distress, but graciously in him I pray. Lord, how long shall my honor be turned to holy loving Lord seek after life? And the Lord say, Pop, for himself. Lord, here's when I call to him and be angry. Do not say, on your own heart, so your beds be sought, offer right sacrifices. But you trust not that many say he will show us some good. Lift up light your face constantly. You put more joy in my heart than they have when they grin and whine about. In peace I will both lie and see you alone. No longer who God's safety. And as I showed the Lord's please bear his father, not have your name. You can come down after the head. He said, David, forgive us their sins, we are that he is not the station of the lowest evil one. And as the king of power and the glory forever. Amen. Bye.